Hola,
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
bien, ¿y tú? Qué
Bien,
bueno verte.
bueno, tan linda como siempre.
Brigada, la costumbre, gracias.
Mhm.
Qué
Remember, it's
gusto
English, no?
compartir. Now it's in English, right.
Hi, Tatiana.
Hi, Tatiana.
Hi, how are you today?
Really good, and you?
Really good, thank you.
That's great. Where are you from?
I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
Same as me.
Yes.
Nice.
Catalina is also from Bogota.
Yeah.
She's going to be the speaker today. We're waiting. We have to wait for the rest of the students. Okay, so meanwhile, Catalina, how you been?
Everything's good. Running a little bit because I have told Ernesto that I will be coming to Colombia in December. Actually, I will fly on the next Saturday. So I was like kind of finishing some of my things in here with my job. And today I was buying some presents and I'm moving from home to another place. So we are with the moving things as well. So everything is at the same time, but everything's good,
Okay,
fortunately.
okay. And and congratulations for your engagement.
Thank you. I was really happy with that. We are really happy with that. It was a
And
really,
he's Brazilian?
he's French, actually.
Ah, okay. So
Multicultural.
you speak French too.
I'll have to, not for now, but I'm planning to learn.
You're planning
He's
to
doing Spanish classes, so since he's speaking Spanish with me and he wants to practice it, I haven't done any French for now,
learn.
but I'm planning to.
And you're coming to Bogota, no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we can find some time, and I don't know,
We'll
with
find.
the pandemic we'll find up time for maybe to take a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah, it would be good.
Mhm.
I look forward to that as well.
Okay, Catalina. Okay, Carlota. Good evening. How are you?
Hi everyone, fine, thank you. Hi
Thanks.
Catalina,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
Carlota. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Okay, why don't we? Because Catalina, in the second half, she has some appointments. She has some things to do. So maybe she is only going to be the second half only for 30 minutes. Okay, so why don't we, while we wait for the others, let's begin with your presentation, very brief, please, so that Catalina can get to know you. Okay, then we are going to congratulate some of the achievements of all of you through this year. And then Catalina is going to be talking to us. Okay, so please, Carlota, why don't you begin, please?
Thank you. Okay, I am public accountant. I have been working for KPMG. KPMG is an audit firm for almost 15 years. I was promoted to partner last October. I am married. I have been married for almost 18 years. I have two sons, 5 and 8 years old. I am from Manizales and I have lived in Bogota for 15 years, maybe. Yes. No more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Carlota. Tatiana, please introduce yourself very briefly.
Okay, hi everybody. Well, my name is Tatiana. I'm 23 years old. Recently, I finished my career. Um, I'm working at school in preschool, and that's everything about me.
That's
Oh,
great.
okay, Tatiana. Juliana, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so hi everyone. Hi Catalina. As you may know, I'm the oldest Ernesto's daughter. Tatiana is my partner, so something for you to know. We just graduated from university in bilingual education. I am 23 years old, and thanks for coming today to share your knowledge with us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda, please introduce yourself.
Hello. I'm also with Juliana in the bilingual education career. We just recently finished all our education. We are soon to graduate, so that's amazing. Hopefully, it will be over soon.
Great.
And I'm 25 years old. That much. That's it, I will say.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. Okay, while we wait for the others, why I don't introduce Dr. Catalina Gavilanes. Okay, she is from Bogota, she's Colombia. I know her for quite a long time. She studied with me Portuguese because she had to travel to Rio, where she studied to become a dermatologist doctor in a very prestigious school called Azulay. Then she graduated and she stayed in Rio, in Brazil. Now she's working in Sao Paulo. She has her own office, doctor's office, and she's teaching at the, I don't know if it is a hospital or a university that is called Sirio Libanese.
Hospital.
It's a hospital. Okay. And the other thing that we're going to congratulate also Catalina today is because she got engaged and she will be getting married, I don't know, sometime in the next year. I don't know, some
I think so. We don't have a date still.
okay. Okay, Catalina. So while we wait for Claudia and Alejandra because they promised they were coming, why don't you
Okay.
start with your presentation, please?
Okay, great. First, I wanted to thank you really much, Ernesto, for this invitation. And thank you all for being here. For me, it's a really great pleasure to get to know each other, even though we're online. It's so nice to see you. I'm really proud to know about you. And I wanted to tell Juliana and your colleagues, for me, I feel really proud because when I met Ernesto, it was the time that you were in school and your little sister was still, I think, in the primary or something. And it's good to see your evolution. And now for me, it was really nice to know that you've graduated and that you are so successful with your colleagues. And
Thank
for
you.
Carlota and Tatiana, it's really nice to get to know you as well. I met Ernesto because of the surprise that I got when I knew that I wouldn't study in Colombia, but that I had a chance to come to Brazil to do my studies. And for me, he was like kind of an angel at the time, and he still is, and like a coach more than just a teacher or a Portuguese teacher. He really helped me with many things at the time. I'm really grateful because of that. And that's why we keep in touch. We have a friendship in this at the time still, and I'm really proud of that. I wanted to present myself as well with I forgot the word. There's ferramenta.
Cool.
Herramienta. There's a tool, thank you. There's a tool that's called the Ikigai. It was a tool that I learned not so much time ago, not so long ago. And it is about what you are passionate about in life. And for me, I am passionate for helping people and doing well in whatever area that I get to do. Even though I'm a doctor, I think I always wanted like to help everyone I was the one who everyone came to just ask for an advice, I think, when I was little. So I think I'm passionate about that, and to see the better things or the best things that we have around. Because we live in a world now with the pandemics, we have seen many difficulties, and it's really easy to get in the difficult part of the world and not see like solutions. My mission as well, which is another point of the Ikigai tool, is to transmit what I know or what I've learned. The other item of the tool is in which thing I am good, and I think that I'm good in helping people and in talking, because I talk a lot. And the other thing is, what can you do as a mission in the world, and how do you receive for this? So as a mission, I think that I'm a doctor, and that's like the first point, or the most important one. And I am paid for this, so it's really nice. And it's nice to know that we are in the, I think, the obligation, but it's good to give to the world, but we have to learn to receive. And for me, learning to receive took a long time. I wasn't accustomed to that. Actually, when I was studying, I always was giving to the other people, thinking about my patients and about my studies and how successful we are, like kind of obliged to be, like in our societies. You have to study, you have to be, you have to do this, you have to. So like at the time I was just thinking about that and just giving. But it's important to receive, and receive always being grateful with what you receive. I didn't know so much about this till I learned with some of my experiences. So with this introduction, I would like you to watch afterwards the tool which is called Ikigai. It's a really good exercise to do this. That's an advice. And so why I told Ernest we were thinking about what I was going to talk about. And I thought about like just keep going and keep reaching your dreams, even though you find some difficulties or adversity in life. I asked him if you wanted to make some questions, but I'm going to speak just a bit for you to get to know me better, and then just feel free to ask me whatever you would like. I'm a Colombian, I'm from Bogota. I studied in Bogota my medical degree school in the Pontificia Universidad Javeriana, where I studied for 6 years. And afterwards, I knew that I wanted to do dermatology. The thing is that I always loved to travel as well. And I thought that I was going to study abroad. I thought that I wasn't going to study in Colombia. So I thought that I was going to live in Spain. And I traveled to Spain, went to do some dermatology studies over there. And I was kind of preparing my exams to do everything in Spain. But it was a time when Spain got in this really huge crisis, economic crisis, political crisis. And for us as foreigners, we were getting less options to do our studies over there. And my visa at the time, I had it for 3 months. I couldn't do it for more time. So I had to come back to Colombia to ask if I had permission to stay more. And it was really expensive. It was like, so I came back to Colombia at the time. And I started taking my exams in the faculties in Colombia. I tried for about 2 years. We have exams every 6 months in the different universities. I tried different of them. I passed one exam and I was like the best exam. I was the best interview, but I didn't have someone who could tell, she's good, so she can come in. You know, like I didn't have those contacts inside of the faculty. So I didn't pass. And this got me really mad, kind of disappointed. But there was one exam, another one that was still, I still had a chance. So I thought, I'm gonna make this exam, and then if it's for me to stay in Colombia, this will go well. And if it's for me to go abroad, then I won't pass. And I got to this exam, and at the moment that I sat down and I started reading, I knew that I wasn't gonna pass that exam. It was really difficult. So for me, it was I took it like kind of a message. I was like, okay, I was determined with this. I said that if I didn't pass this exam at the time, I will go abroad. Where? I don't know, maybe to Spain, but things in Spain aren't going so well. So I just started looking up. I made a really big list in a huge notebook. I'm not accustomed to do this. I always like take things in my mind. Actually, I don't write so many things. But at the time I did it because I needed to compare and I needed to investigate where it was better and where it was like the exam was closer, so that I didn't have to wait so much time. So I started checking up everything, and I checked in the United States, in Argentina, in Mexico, in Chile, Spain as well. And I didn't have at the time, I didn't have Brazil in my mind because I have an uncle who studied orthopedics in Rio de Janeiro. And when he came back to Colombia, it was really difficult for him to get a good position and to get a good place to live. So I remembered, like when I was little, I remember so many difficulties that he passed when he came from Brazil that I didn't have a good reference at the time. So I thought every place that you can imagine, and not Brazil. But when I went to my professors in Colombia to ask them for an advice, to ask them if I didn't study in Colombia, where would they tell me to go? All of them told me to come to Rio de Janeiro, to the Instituto Azulay where I studied. So I called and knew that the exam was like the next month. At the time it was November, the final of November in 2012. And I was deciding what I was gonna do. And the exam was in the first days of January. So it was really quick. And I didn't know anything about Portuguese, nothing. But I had a good friend from the university who was studying in Rio at the time. He was doing plastic surgery. So I called him and I told him, hey, I know it's been a long time. I have this opportunity. The exam, the dermatology exam, will be a month from now. And I wanted to know, what do you think? Shall I wait till next year so that I can do some Portuguese classes and get better in Portuguese because the exam is in Portuguese? Or do you think it's better for me to go now? And he was like, no, you should come now. Are you sure? I think it's really crazy for me to go like so quick. And he was, no, you can come now. I know that it will be good for you and I'll receive you in my home for the first days. You come, you do your exam, and then if you pass, you can look for some place to be afterwards. And I was like, okay. So I decided to go, and that was the time where my mom entered to Google and she started looking for a Portuguese teacher. And we had the fortune to meet Ernesto. At the time I think that it was her, I don't remember if it was me that got the appointment. And then at the other day, Ernesto was at my house teaching me Portuguese. And that's when I started my Portuguese classes. I just had like 20 days to get prepared or so, because it was Christmas time. And at the time I had started working with a really good dermatologist in Bogota, but my work was from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. So I didn't have time to do anything else. But he gave me the advice as well to come to Rio de Janeiro. So I spoke to him and I told him I need to study Portuguese, but I don't want to not work for now. I would like to maintain my work with you, my job. And he gave me the opportunity to continue working with him only in the afternoons. So I woke up every day, like at 6 a.m. There were some times to take my Portuguese class. And Ernesto helped me with that hour. Sometimes he got home and I was asleep, still like, oh my God, he's here. I was like running, just going downstairs so that I could be prepared for my class. But I was really, really, really tired because I had worked like until really late the past days. So he helped me a lot. I was always running at the time without time to study. And he was really comprehensive with that. And at the same time, he looked for the Instituto Azulay in the internet, and actually he found some videos with some professors of the Instituto who are really inspirations and really good like masters in dermatology. So I started practicing my Portuguese with those videos and with little children's music in Portuguese. So I listened to that at the beginning and it really helped me. I love languages as well. Juliana, I have that in common with you and with your colleagues. I really love languages. So I think that's why I had like kind of a facility. It was easier to learn for me. And that was how in 1 month, like my life really changed. And from being in Colombia with everything, commodities and in my family, a good job in dermatology, everything changed and I came to Rio to do my exam. My friend received me at his house and then the exam was like 8 days afterwards. And then I made the exam, but before doing the exam, I just like prayed. And I was so anxious in all the exams that I made that in this exam, I was like, I don't want to be stressed. So if it has to be, it will be. God, please help me. If it's not here, okay, I will understand. But it was the first time where I felt that my anxiety was free. So I presented the exam and normally it was a Friday and we got normally the last results on a Monday. But always in Saturday we have like the preliminaries. For the Brazilian people, they have to make the exam and an interview. For the foreigners, they just ask us for the exam. So on Saturday, I was in the beach with another friend of mine who became a friend of mine at the time because she presented the exam with me. We were just like relaxing. We made the exam. We will see what happens. But for now, we are here in the beach. And then like I was thinking about what should I do? I don't know if I want to live here. I think it's not the place. I'm feeling weird. I don't know the language. I'm feeling that this is not so a good city as I imagined. because it was like kind of a contrast. When I came here, everyone told me, you can't wear earrings, you can't go with your backpack. When you go out to the street, you don't have to wear any ring or your lockets. You can't wear anything because or else you will get robbed. And I got so many messages with this that I really didn't put anything. Like I hid everything, and I felt like I was in risk. And for me as a Colombian, and we are actually kind of accustomed to that in Bogota, that you have to be expert, like looking everywhere that there's no one coming, right? I felt at risk, and for me it was really, it was really weird. So at the time I was thinking that I didn't feel well in Brazil. I felt at risk, and that made me think about that I wasn't gonna stay. So I was at the beach with my friend, and I started looking up to the sky, and I thought, God, I will stay only if you want me to be here, because I want to go back to Colombia. And 1 minute after, my friend called me to my cell phone, and he told me, you passed the exam. I was like, what? How do you know? But the result will only be in this website on Monday. And he was, no, but for foreigners, you already know, because you don't need the interview part. I was like, you're crazy, I don't believe you. So I started running with my friend looking for Wi-Fi to go online and to see for ourselves the list. So we started running looking for Wi-Fi, and we got to a shopping, a really big shopping over there, which was the only place that we had Wi-Fi. But we were like in bikinis with the pareo, not like in the mood of going into a really good shopping. It was really funny. And when we got the Wi-Fi, we got online, and then I saw my name on the list, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, you want me to be here? So I called my parents, and they were meeting with some friends of them, which have been friends of them like all their life. And I called them, and they were really happy. And they were like congratulating me and everything. It was really nice. But I just couldn't believe that. And I was with the feeling that I was really proud of me. But at the same time, I was like, oh my God, I'm staying in here in a place where I'm feeling at risk. So it was a contrast at the time. What else can I tell you? The studies then started 15 days afterwards. And it was the time of the Carnaval. It's at the same time. So when I got here, Ernesto gave me the advice, you have to go 1 week before so that you can start hearing up Portuguese and get accustomed to that. And when I got here, it was Carnival. And everyone was in a really huge party every day, like partying every night, and I had to study. So I was like, please, people, I need to study. I can't be like in a carnival mood. So it was funny. That was fun as well. But everything went well, and I could manage that as well. And then when I passed, I went to the carnival and met the carnival in Rio, and this really big party with samba. I really like samba as well. So it was good. It was kind of getting to know the culture, like in front of me. So it was nice as well. It was really different. I thought that it was going to be really similar to our Colombian culture, but at the time it was a really huge contrast for me. That and the language as well, because I didn't speak so well. And so after that, we had to start studying 15 days from the day that we made the exam. Everyone came back to Colombia and to their home countries to get their things and prepare themselves to start the studies in Rio. I decided not to come. I called my parents and told them that they could put everything in a bag and send it to me through the how do you say correos, through the mail. And they were like, "Are you crazy?" And I told them, "If I go back, I won't come back to Brazil, so I prefer you to do that." And I wanted like to reserve my ticket for June, because I had the marriage of a really good friend of mine in Bogota. She was gonna get married in June, so I was like preferring to come back in June than to come back at the time. So this is what we decided, and I thought it was gonna be really easy to get my things to Brazil, but it wasn't. It's crazy the amount they ask for you to pay when you send like 10 kilograms in a box. It was like more than a ticket, an airplane ticket. It's absurd. And they sometimes you don't receive everything, because with the inspections and they sometimes get the new things and you don't get them at home. So I was like, oh my God, now what am I gonna do? And we knew a friend of my friend who lived in Rio was traveling to Bogota for vacation time. And I got in contact with him, and he could bring another bag with him in the plane. And I just paid an extra bag, and he took the things for me and brought the things to Brazil. That was how I could manage this dish. And when this bag got to my house at the time, I was like, oh my God, I'm living in Rio right now. It's true. I hadn't realized it until I received that bag. So that was like kind of the beginning for me in Brazil. Then the studies started up, and I had to make other decisions because we had to write in the clinical history. We had to write. I knew how to talk a bit Portuguese. I didn't know how to write. So it was really difficult because we were alone. Now you can be with patients. This is your place, and you will start doing your consultation today. And we were like, oh my God, how are we gonna write? How are we gonna ask what's happening with them? But we could manage it. At the beginning, we were writing in Portuñol, as we say. And afterwards, it got better. I think I took about 3 months to feel like kind of good in speaking. To write, it got more time, but it was okay. We could manage it. The thing that was good for me and for my foreigner colleagues is that we were 5 from Colombia, everyone from different regions in Colombia, and 1 friend from Venezuela. So we were in the same thing. So we helped each other, and in Azulai they are accustomed to receiving foreigners as well. So they help you, and they are kind of patient with what you get to know. That's the beginning of the story.
Okay, Catalina, why don't you let me congratulate some of these students that just came, and then in the second half, you will finish your story in Sao Paulo and all that, no? Okay, so because this was what I was going to do in the beginning, okay?
Okay.
Give me, and besides, in 5 minutes, we have to go to the other session.
Okay.
Okay, students. So, very interesting what she has to say, no? Okay. So, this is the last forum here. This is the last forum, okay? I appreciate all of you being here. We are going to congratulate all of you. You've been great this year. Okay, Carlota, we are going to congratulate you for becoming a partner in KPMG, at KPMG. That is really good. Okay, and also for being accepted and going to study a business course next summer, depending on the pandemic, at New York University. Okay, So let's a big clap to Carlota.
Great, Carlota, congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's great. Congratulations.
Okay, now Alejandra. Alejandra, I have known her for many years. I know how she's been working so hard, even in Portuguese. No, at the end of our forum today, she's going to practice 1 minute of Portuguese with Catalina. Okay. And we have to congratulate Alejandra because she was accepted to a very nice position, a job at the IDB in Washington, D.C. So she's going to move to Washington.
Excellent.
Okay, so congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
Okay, and the rest, Amanda, Juliana, and Tatiana, we have to congratulate them because they finished their major, all the courses, everything. Their thesis was excellent, and they have become professionals. They are looking for job, no? And their graduation will be their graduation ceremony will be next month, okay? So I'm very proud of all of you, okay? Thank you for everything,
Congratulations.
okay?
Thank
I'm
you.
really proud.
Thank
Congratulations.
Congratulations, all of you.
Okay, so, and also congratulate Catalina for her amazing story. No, I am amazed here. I am petrified listening to all these excellent stories. No, really congratulations.
Thank you.
I know that it hasn't been easy for you, but look at you. No, you are succeeding in Sao Paulo, and that is wonderful. That is great.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so students, please, let's go to the next session. Catalina is going to finish her presentation, and then we're going to make some questions. No, and let's try to make it like in half an hour because she has another appointment. She won't be able to stay until all 40 minutes, okay? So, students, let's go to the next session. No, I meet you all there, and we will continue with Catalina's forum, okay? Okay.
Okay, Ernesto.
Yes.
Okay, as you know, I won't be able to attend the next session, but please say, Catalina, that the presentation was amazing and it was a pleasure to know her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, she already left.
Bye.
Okay, I will tell her. Don't worry. Okay, Carlota, excellent. Congratulations, and I'll see you in class. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations, Alejandra. Good luck. Bye-bye.